So this morning I flew out from Tucson, Arizona to Washington, D.C. for the National Transportation Safety Board's Act to End Deadly Distractions. I just met one of the most amazing people. You all know my story already. I'm here. I'm going to let him introduce himself and share his story right now.
Hi, I'm Reggie Shaw, and I feel very blessed to be able to share my message with you and my story with you. When I was 19 years old, I was living in a small town in northern Utah, and I got behind the wheel of my car and I left for work. It was like any other day. And on my way to work, I made a choice, I made a decision to do something that I did at this point almost every time I got behind the wheel of a car, and that was to use my phone when I drove. And at 19 years old, I'm driving down the road and I'm sending and reading text messages, and I go across the center line. And at that moment, car come the other way with two men. I have no time and no space to miss me. While I'm sending and reading text messages, I clip this car. The two men in that car were James Fafaro and Keith Odell, and they're both husbands and fathers, and both men were killed on impact. This is something that I struggle with every day. That choice, that decision that I made to use my phone while I drove ended these two men's lives. Now there's two families out there that live every day without their husband and their father. And that's a struggle for me. It's a decision that I regret every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't wish I'd go back and give these families their husband and their father back. It's too late for me. I made that choice. I made that decision. My goal, my mission is to go out and share my story with as many people as I can, so that they can learn from me. They can learn from my mistake, because this can happen to anyone. I thought at 19 years old that I was invincible, that I could make these choices, these decisions, and that I wouldn't hurt or harm anyone. And I regret that every single day. It's my plea to you that it's not worth it. Please don't drive distracted. Don't use your phone when you drive. That's a choice that you make. It's not a matter of if you're going to cause an accident. It's just a matter of when. Learn from me. Learn from my choice, from my poor decision. And please don't use your phone when you drive, because it's not worth it. Thank you.
Many of you guys know that the mantra that I often use is a moment's distraction is a lifetime of regret. And Reggie Shaw has to live with this every single day of his life. Do you think there should be any laws against distracted driving? And if you could have a message toward elected officials who have the opportunity to pass an ordinance or a law curbing this behavior, this is coming from somebody who's killed somebody. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. To me, it makes no sense to not have laws. With everything that's out there, everything we know, all the studies, all the science, everything. Put that aside. I'm here to tell you that stuff happens every day. Happens to people like me, people like you, ordinary people, every single day. And to think that there's not laws, there's not rules put in place against this it's hard to believe that in 2017, knowing how dangerous this is, that we're not putting this stuff into place, and not trying to prevent future accidents. And I think back to when I was 19, and there was no laws. There were no laws about using your cell phone when you drive, distracted driving, and I like to think back, and I never make excuse for the choice that I made, but I would like to think that had there been laws, had there been more awareness, I wouldn't have made that choice that I made. And I think that more laws can prevent these accidents. Moments of distraction is a lifetime regret, and I'm going to live with that every day. It's never going to be easy.
That's Reggie Shaw. He killed 2 people because of his moment's distraction. Think about that.